Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I'm Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. Alright guys, the content for today is amazing for us, and this is something to take solace in and to share, and because I'm counting this as a victory. The fight is nowhere near over. We've got 4 years and we are ready for this, because we can do this. But right now we're going to celebrate a victory that we talked about a month ago. Schumer just came out and said H.R. 8 and 1446 are not going to hit the Senate floor. This is exactly opposite to what he said back in March and February when they were passing through the House. This is a huge deal, and I've got clips that we're going to talk about. The CNBC report with the Shepard Smith Show, man, the guy, it was crazy, some amazing stuff. We're going to talk all about it. We're cruising to 300,000 subs, guys, and it's all because of you, and I just want to say thank you for joining this fight with me. We got a long way to go. Jump on this wagon. It's going to be a great party, but before we get too far deep into that, let's check out this first clip. The first clip that I'm watching here for you is the actual reporter announcing what Schumer is going to do. Watch how dry this is and how kind of emotion depressing this is, and then we're going to talk about it.
Legislation is currently shrouded in a state of uncertainty. Here is where things stand. The House, more than a month ago, passed 2 pieces of legislation to close loopholes in the background check system. Neither of those bills appears to have a simple majority in the Senate, let alone the 60 votes needed to pass legislation. Now, Chuck Schumer, the majority leader, had initially said he plans to put those 2 bills on the floor of the Senate for a vote. He has hit pause on that plan while Senator Chris Murphy of Connecticut, a leading Democrat on this issue, works to find consensus, essentially works to negotiate with Republicans to find at least 10 of them who will be able to vote yes on a background checks bill. It's likely to be a watered-down version of what the House passed that will focus on commercial sales. I checked in with Senator Murphy's office a few hours ago, and they're declining to comment, saying only that negotiations are ongoing.
All right, basically what he just said, we are not going to get this thing passed. Schumer's not even going to take it to the floor, and he's lurking behind the scenes because he hit pause in order to get other senators on board. Now, if they had just been doing something simple like watching this channel for the past month, check out what you and I discussed on March 24th about the exact same content, and then we're going to see what Schumer said.
I'm going to dive into that a lot deeper in another video, but where we're sitting at right now, I know that threat of executive orders is looming. Focus on Schumer. Okay, this is a huge thing, and goes back to the impact that you guys are having, and we're doing this together. He literally just said, when asked if they're going to put gun bills on the Congress, on the floor of the Senate, when there's a shooting 2 days ago, and he says, well, there's a lot to do. I mean, we got judges and bills and cabinet positions and stuff. But what was the question? Guys, I'm telling you, the math has not changed. They would not be using this language and this focal point. They would not be using these quotes if they did think they had it.
All right, see, if they had just watched, but this is something that you and I have known for 2-3 months almost. They're posturing. They don't have the support and the votes that they need to infringe upon our rights the way they want to. They're still going to try. And in fact, the quote in the actual clip from the reporter, he mentioned something about a watered-down version of the background bill. Okay, that's something we also talked about. That's the Manchin-Toomey bill, where they focus on commercial sales, not peer-to-peer. And I'm going to dive a lot more into that in the future because that's probably where it's going to go. But right now, guys, celebrate what we've done. You and I together, we identified the problem, we identified what was going to happen, and we called our representatives and forced action to the point where he went against his word. If you don't believe me, check out what Schumer said roughly the same day.
Which is split 50-50 with Republicans.
No more hopes and prayers, thoughts and prayers. A vote is what we need.
A vote is what we need then, but not now. This is only possible because you guys are reaching out to your senators and your House of Representative members, and you're voting in elections to prevent them from doing what they want. This is huge, guys, and take this for what it is. In fact, so much so are they confident nothing's going to happen, they're starting to resort back to other statistical analysis, which is not true, because you know me, I've got the stats on what they're saying. Check out the last quote that this reporter says, and this is an emotional plea, but we're going to blow it out of the water in 1 second. Watch this.
Point out that there's also the human aspect. Gun violence has become essentially a routine occurrence in the United States now on a scale that is unseen anywhere in the developed world.
Anywhere in the developed world? That's terrible. We got to do something about that. I will. Hey, we're gonna pull up a picture of the of the data from let's see, when was this? 2019. I'm showing it to you on your screen right now. What do you guys think? Leave a comment field below. Do you think this looks like we're the worst in the developed world? Also, I would like to bring up to your attention a very important part of this graph. This is one per 100,000 people. This is per capita, per population. Do you see the fine print at the bottom where it says, all charts exclude deaths in armed conflict from accidents or self-harm? That rules out gang violence where there's armed conflict, that rules out suicide, and that rules out accidents. So you're only left with gun homicides and violence. We're at 3.96, and I mean, unless my math is wrong, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11th in the world. That's weird because the media and the politicians have been saying we are the #1 and we have the most gun violence across the board, and it's insane and we should do something. And we're a blight on the national community. It's almost like that's not true in order to foster up emotional support to get something they can't pass. This is what we're doing, guys. We are in the fight at this point. We are going forward. We are combating all the things that they're putting out there with actual statistics and actual facts, and then we're using their clips and we're analyzing it and we're telling other people, the people that we know that we can share this information with, that they're lying, and this is how they're lying. This is how we're going to fight going forward, guys, and I just want to thank you because you're involved. You guys are leaving comments in the videos below. You guys are sharing it out. You're spreading this message because this is how we preserve the Second Amendment and send it to the next generation for their time to fight, because they're never going to stop. But as long as we are vigilant, as long as we're strong and we're unified, we will pass it on to the next generation and it'll be their turn because we did our job. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments field below, and until tomorrow, I'm Braden. See you later.